anything at all?
No.
And you're pleading guilty here freely and voluntarily.
Yes.
So it's true then, what those ETG tests looks like December 29th, December 20th, December 18th, and November 13th were all positive for alcohol. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And I'll accept the plea, finding that is a basis for it. And that you are freely and understandingly, voluntarily, accurately, and knowingly waiving the plea.
Yes.
Thank you, Judge. I've noticed this is her fourth technical violation. The parents and I, along with my client, are going to propose. First of all, I'm looking at the alcohol factor and what's going on in her life with drinking at a young age.
I told her, hold on, before you start, let me tell you what I told her. Number A, extended probation till May of 2024. I didn't give her jail then. I gave her 5 days in a work program. And basically she was to continue all her terms and conditions and add an extra day of community service. The alternative sentence that she got then was 30 days suspended if she's in compliance. She's not in compliance, so she already owes me 30 days.
Yes, she does, Your Honor. And I'm not.
They want to give her 90.
I'm not here to argue otherwise. In fact, I have a proposed global resolution I hope the court will take into consideration. First of all, the alcohol component was something that we addressed. The why part, why she keeps using the alcohol. Presumably she was in a bad relationship. She was a victim in a domestic violence, now been adjudicated in a local court, and she's out of that relationship, and we have reason to believe maybe that was exacerbating her drive to use alcohol. So that factor is now over, and I'm hopeful that that was the catalyst that was agitating the situation. What I'm going to propose to the court, Your Honor, is preservation of her HIDA. What I'm offering the court, 45 days jail, county time, then allow her to come back and show the court that she's reset, preserve her HIDA, and realizing that if she picks up another violation on a reset, that she still has the requisite number of days holding over her head based upon the 45 minus the 93, that Your Honor will revoke her HIDA, will revoke her probation, and she'll serve the remainder of the term. So we're offering the court to a jail term of 45 days to preserve the HIDA and allow her to show that the drinking is a non-factor at this point. She will not be coming up with positives. It's been correct.
I gave her way too many chances.
You did, and that's why.
And I told her last time, I said, you know, I wrote it on the file, so I know I told her. Didn't I tell you? Any more violation would be jail.
I agree.
Now, why would she be drinking because of her boyfriend if that's the case? She should have said to herself, I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to mess my case up. She should have reached out at that point when she felt that urge to her parents, to you or whoever, to the court or probation officer and said, look, I'm going through these stressors. I feel this urge to drink. Maybe we could have got her into some inpatient treatment.
And that's what we were going to address. My
Because she
client,
says here she didn't even think it would help. She's not sure.
well, we talked today, and not to go outside of the attorney-client privilege, but
Positive ETG test that's being placed on probation. She's only 20 years old. 11 positive.
that's an indicator, no doubt.
She got a problem, but she can't
We're
stop.
asking if the court were to agree to go along with our recommendation that there be some evaluation for purposes of alcohol treatment in the component of her restitution coming out. Moreover, she would have the requisite days that I've suggested to the court, Your Honor, to have a moment of self-reflection in Oakland County and realize the importance of prioritizing her life in a way that is productive, meaningful, and lawful.
What do you want to say?
Sorry, first, I just want to say I apologize for wasting your time since I've come back so many times to talk to you.
Yeah, because you're a good talker. You just don't put no action behind it. You could talk your way out of anything. You ain't gonna talk your way out of in jail here. Now, the question is whether or not you even keep the hider, because we're tired of this. We don't really want to be bothered with you anymore. We feel that we have done the best we could, and we don't get any help from you. This is your probation, not mine, not the probation officers. You have to step up to the plate and do some things. And you're going to look back on all this and see how you're ruining your life. There is not a man in the world, if that's even the problem, that is worth drinking over. Not consistently like this. What for? You're not even your husband. You have no commitment to this person. There's 5 million other people out there in the world for some 20-year-old woman to meet and have a good relationship with. But you're stuck on dumb with this. And probably nobody liked him in the first place anyway. That's your first clue. If your family don't like him, thumbs up. And now you're gonna blame this relationship on the fact you can't stop drinking? Well, he's to turn you into a quote alcoholic, because that's what a person is. When they cannot stop drinking, you become an alcoholic. So now that's a bigger issue that you've let somebody else control your life with. How you gonna let a third person control your life and your destiny? He wasn't forcing you to be in a relationship, was he?
No.
So you could have walked away from it and held your head up high, said, I deserve better. And if it was hard for you, that's what family is for. To talk to them and say, you know what, I got myself into something. I can't believe it. I know I'm young, but I'm just stuck in this. Maybe they could have gotten some therapy for that. But for you to just keep coming back to me with violation after violation after violation, no, I have empathy. But I'm not stupid either. And there's just no way I can let you keep talking to me and apologizing. I mean, you're a very pleasant personality. I give you that. Very respectful. But you're not respectful of the court order, which is not to be drinking. And why you even out there stealing in the first place is a bigger question, which even brought you here in the first place. Because you didn't have to do that. If you got family members that are sitting here on your behalf today, that means they could have been your support and bought you whatever you wanted, even if they made you pay them back. There's just no reason for you to have been here in the first place. So your life is crumbling right before your eyes for no good reason other than you're doing it to yourself. Now the county jail is not a great place. It's not a comfortable place. There's all kind of people in there. People that have done really, really bad things, and people who have done not so bad things. So if you really want a life's lesson, then you're going about to get one. Nobody should want to go there. But it's up to you to fix your stuff and your problem and your issue. And I'm gonna tell you, there's no amount of counseling in the world that's gonna stop you from drinking. You're gonna have to want to stop drinking. Then the counseling may help you. Then AA meetings may help you. But if you don't want it and you're blowing it off, it's not gonna help. So then you're walking around with a conviction here on your record for something that nobody will want to hire you for. Because who wants to hire a thief? Not many. Then you'll be walking around, it's like a red mark on your forehead. And you don't even understand what an advantage it was for you to have this status. It was a true advantage. Most of our people with this status successfully completed. Some don't. And those are the ones that ultimately regret it. So yeah, I know you're sorry because I've heard you a million times. Come before me, make your plea, and I go with it. What else?
Like, it was from that, like, okay, it was from the boy, but like, I just didn't know how to handle the whole situation. It was a
Well,
lot.
why don't you reach out to other people?
Because personally, I just don't like telling everybody my business.
Okay, so then you like going to jail and becoming an alcoholic because you don't tell anybody. No man is an island. Have you ever heard that? That means you can't exist by yourself. You're 20. What do you know about life? Almost nothing. You haven't experienced anything. This is your first adult, big time experience with life. Relationships, a court system, jail, all of this. And I see you not doing this on your own. Yeah, you got parents sitting here, you got lawyers standing there. So what make you think that you got all the answers to everything? At some point, you do need to reach out. Everybody does. Nobody can go through everything alone. And if this situation with this boy was that bad, that it affected your psyche that way, then you should have reached out. There's no harm and no embarrassment in reaching out because you've been mentally affected. Listen, there's not a person in here that didn't have a bad relationship, especially young. Everybody has a first love. Everybody looks back 10 years later or more and says, I can't even believe I like that person, ever. But at the time, it was the be all and end all of your life. You will look back and you will see this guy wasn't nothing. And you will wonder why you even liked him in the first place. But this was an experience you had to go through. But the people that go through these loves and these problems on the first love status, the second love status that are young, they don't do all of this. They don't let the person turn them into a drinker. They don't take drugs. I mean, some people do, but people who have self-esteem and a little bit of self-worth don't do that. You know what they say? I got to let this go. You will hear tons of women say that. Oh no, he's not doing bye. Because there's another one out there that will treat you the way you want to be treated. I don't even know what your problem was with the guy. Was he a cheater? Okay. Was he 20? Expected. Nobody's committed at 20. They might really, really like you and may want to marry you down the road. They still got to get this out of their system. It's just the way life is. So you got to understand that. And you got to be exploring too, because he might not be the right guy. So while he's doing what he's doing, if that's even the problem, I don't know what the problem was. But if he was doing that, you should have been doing it too. And whenever he wanted to go out with you, you should have said, if I got time, because I'm over here doing that. That's what you should have said. Sorry, what's up with you back there? Come on up here.
Me?
Yeah.
Everything you saying.
What's your name first?
I'm sorry, my name is Jerome Jackson. I'm Jay's dad.
Uh-huh.
We had 2 other children, degrees. They support her as well. We shouldn't even be in here. I cashed out her $20 every 5 minutes.
So she could have bought whatever.
She could have bought
in the first
whatever I pride myself on my kids not being the kids that don't have pocket money when you're at an event or something. And then she didn't even let us know. She told her brother, and she didn't let us know until the 3rd violation. I'm like, we could have fixed this. She just didn't let us know. So they just finished. She didn't let me know about the domestic violence until the Oak Park police came to my house. And she was taking pictures of her mom, and it made me start crying. I'm like, what are you act like you a throwaway, and you got a whole beautiful family that's ready to support you. It's frustrating, but I've been 20 before. So
haven't we all?
Right, I get it, but I don't get it because I didn't have the support that we given her. And it's just, I believe that we're on a turnaround, but I still believe that you have to do what you have to do. I get it. But everything you said, ma'am, Your Honor, you are on point, and I try to say the same thing to her, me and her mother, but she only listens when it comes from somewhere else because we hating on her.
Yeah, well, she'll figure it out. The only people who really care, not that guy, are those people back there. You think they telling you this stuff because they really want you to fail? They want you to just be stuck with them they don't want you in the house with them for the rest of their life. That's not what the plan is. The plan is to give you the knowledge you need to be successful out there on the streets, in a relationship, whatever. You need to listen. Ain't nothing new out here. It's all been done before by other people, or it's been seen before by other people. So you think they're like hating on you, trying to control your life? No, they're not. They're trying to keep you from making mistakes that either they made or they've seen somebody else made. Because nothing is new. Everything has been done before. There's a little bit different twist on it. So I don't know what you people in this lifestyle, this lifetime are thinking, but nothing is new. So if you're driving or walking down the street and your parents tell you there is a ginormous pothole in the middle of the street that's going to absorb you and your whole car, you're going to drive down the street anyway saying, they don't know what they talking about. And I'm going to go down the street anyway. And where you going to end up? Car in the giant sinkhole. How you going to get out? Nobody over there to get you out.
She calls me.
No.
To fix
The only
everything.
person standing at the edge of this sinkhole with a rope or ladder is him. The people who told you, no, that street's fine. They're not gonna be there. You got to start listening. You don't know anything. Nobody is trying to usurp a young person's freedom. That's not the plan here. That's not their plan. Because I'm telling you, if they were doing that, they'd be stuck with you for the rest of their life, and that's not what they're trying to do. They want some independence themselves. But what they want is you to be able to stand on your own 2 feet and be successful and be out there. Just like the older brothers and sisters who went in school and graduated. That's all they're trying to get you to do. So I know, because I've been 18, 22, all of that. But see, the difference here is I listened. I didn't do nothing crazy. I followed the directive. Maybe it was a different time then, because you respected your parents and you didn't have to agree with them, but you listen. And then if you don't agree with them, why not have a conversation about it? Say, well, you know what? I think I don't really agree with you, or I don't understand why you're telling me this. Can we sit down and talk about that? Because I think that's unfair, or this is not accurate. Let's talk. And you might see the light or something. But you're talking about, you don't want nobody in your business. What business do you really have? Other than bad choices and boyfriends and getting yourself into a situation of domestic violence. And we got resources for that too. Like Haven. You need to get counseling for that. And at the domestic violence shelter, they do this kind of work. They help people that are victims of domestic violence understand it, get their mind wrapped around it, and get stronger because of it. You know, you got to be stronger for yourself. You don't deserve a relationship like that. You deserve a relationship that treats you like a human being, not trying to control you, force you to do whatever they say, tell you to shut up, or whatever, smacking you around in the lips and face or whatever the guy did, if he did it. You feel you deserve that?
No.
And he's the be all and end all, so you just stay with him? You're not married to him? You don't live with him? He should have been gone.
We didn't like him, he was right.
Yeah, and I was right on that too. You already know they didn't like him.
It's spot on.
Take a clue. Your family not trying to force you to have this relationship now. They just know rotten apples when they smell. They do. So when they act like it's because they already know. So especially dads are men. Men know men. They know what you can't possibly know because you're not a man and you can't think like one. You'll see. One day when you grow up, you got kids, you'll be doing the same thing, and you're gonna have many of you rebelling, how about you don't wanna listen, you're gonna remember this conversation. And you're gonna see how hard it is, cause it's not getting easier to raise somebody up to 18 and 20, it's getting harder, cause society has gone crazy. Young people are basically, many are out of hand. They're doing the things that you can't even realize they're doing. So it's harder to keep a person on the straight and narrow. That's all they're trying to do. And I see the frustration in his face. I hear it in his voice. And you grown. And he still is connected as a good parent should be. I don't care how old you are. You got a problem, that's what parents are there for.
And I know I spoiled her, and she thinks that everybody's gonna treat her the way me and my wife treat her.
Well, she just found out that's not true.
I told her that to the world, you're just a person. At home, you're JD cool, but out in the world, you're just a person. You gotta go with the rules of the world.
Well, you know what? I'm glad you were here, sir, because you do put a little perspective on it for me. Mr. Baldwin.
Yes, Judge.
It's really against my better judgment. But I have been gifted with sincere discernment, where I can see things and feel things, and I know things. Sometimes I don't even know how I know. But I knew what I was saying was accurate, and he just confirmed it. So I'll let her either dig herself up out of it or bury herself. So I will send her to jail. And that's going to be a life-altering experience for you right there. But I do think, are you in college?
You told me to look for schools last time I was
You
here.
can't look for schools for drinking. What schools are you looking for?
I did actually sign up for like this AA thing with this person that was on online, and we ended up having texting back.
Okay, well, what's your career now?
No, I don't have.
Well, what you want to do?
Well, I want to model, but I'm trying to get into hair.
Well,
Hair too.
do you know how many people want to model? Do you know when they start usually? 14, 15,
Yeah.
and that's when they blow up. You're getting old for that. I'm not saying it can't happen, because you know what? They don't discriminate in that industry as much as they used to. But you can't put everything in that. There's a lot of starving artists out here. So if you want to do that, who wants a drunk model? And do you know how drinking affects your looks? You're not gonna make it if you keep drinking. Cause you're looking beautiful now, but that stuff has got a lot of things in it that are not good for you.
Your Honor, I also, being in the hair business, you need a state license. And
Yes,
having a
yes, you
criminal
gotta do
conviction
something.
could cause a problem with that license. So for all those reasons, I'm hoping we can preserve Ida at the end of the day.
She needs to go to school. Doing hair is a good backup. I like it. They make lots of money. What?
Cosmetology school.
Yeah, that's some good backups. I think you need to go to school and go to college and find something that you're interested in. And if cosmetology turns out that's it, then fine. But then set up your own salon. Get your business classes in so you learn how to do that. You know, right now, you're just worried about some guy who is not going to be taking care of you. You got to be standing on your own 2 feet to be able to take care of yourself. And your lawyer's right. You know, you get this on your record, the state might not issue you a license. Because there's all kind of things that licensing is required for, and criminal histories matter. So I'll let you keep your hide up this last time.
Thank you.
But your probation officer, let me tell you, she'll have no tolerance for you. None. because she don't want you back right now. Revoke HIDA, full 93 days in jail. Give her a payment plan and turn to probation. And that's basically based upon the fact that I said I was gonna terminate this and give you at least 30 days in jail. So what we'll do, much to her chagrin, so what this is gonna amount to is a 45-day sentence. So I'm gonna send it to her to, I'm gonna extend this probation to November of 2024 with probationary oversight fees. I will keep the HIDA. She's gonna enroll in some type of in or outpatient substance abuse treatment. I'm gonna order a mental health assessment and treatment if necessary. She's gonna complete all the other terms and conditions of probation. If any violation at all, then she'll complete the 48 days.
Yes, Judge.
So the sentence will include 93 days in jail. I will suspend 48 days if she's in compliance.
Your Honor, can we have her turn herself in, say by 4:30 tomorrow? I'd like for her to get some long johns before she goes into custody due to the cold weather.
They can't bring her along, John?
I suppose they could. I go down to that. I go down to that jail at least 3 days a week, and during the winter, it's cold in there. So I was hoping maybe she could check herself in.
She got to go today.
She has to go today, yes, Your Honor, of course.
Okay.
Perhaps the parents can bring
Sure
some
they can.
new long johns in a package back to lock up. As long as they're in a sealed package.
I don't know what the jail does. Well, she's not gonna be here. I don't know how long she's even gonna be here for them to bring her back here.
Okay,
But that's gonna be the sentence of the court. And she'll continue to be on probation until at least November of this year to see if she can do anything to get herself back on track.
thank you,
Ms.
Judge.
Jackson, don't come back to me for anything else. You can't, because you're gonna owe me the rest of the 93 days in jail. So that's it.
And you'll
It's up to you.
revoke, and you'll revoke.
And the
the
height is gonna be revoked. If she comes back on any more violation, it's up to you to now start to focus on your future, get yourself in school, all of those things. Figure out what you wanna do and leave thinking about these guys alone until the right one shows up, and he will. And when he will, he's gonna support you in everything that you're doing. Till then, work on you.
Thank
That's
you,
the
Judge.
sentence of the court.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good luck, sir. Thank you for coming in.